Our guest of honor, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, members of your cabinet, leaders from Cobalt Metals, distinguished investors, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. A groundbreaking is always a moment of optimism, but this one feels different. What we're witnessing here at Mingomba is not just the start of a mine, it's the start of something larger, a demonstration of what a real, modern, mutually beneficial economic partnership between the United States and Zambia can look like. Cobalt Metals is, I'll say it plainly, Cobalt Metals is a vanguard of American investment in Zambia, and Mingomba represents the single largest one-time investment in Zambia's history. Let that land for a moment. Cobalt's presence embodies what I have said since I came to Zambia. American investors, and we have so many of them here today, who are eager to support Zambia in achieving her own goals: development, job creation, technology transfer, transparency, local capacity building, accountability, joint ventures, ZCCM, and community partnership. This is part of who they are and how they operate. They represent the very best of what American partnership offers. Transparent and accountable American investors like Cobalt come to the table with more than a checkbook. They bring cutting-edge technology. They bring global best practices. They bring integrity, both innate as well as imposed by their shareholders. They bring a serious, sustained commitment to skills transfer and local capacity development that leaves something lasting behind, not just a hole in the ground. They structure joint ventures and community partnerships that add and share value rather than extract it. They recognize that a mine's social license is earned through genuine partnership with the communities that host it. It's not purchased. The communities are never ignored. This is what responsible investment looks like. This is not unique to here in Zambia. We recognize FQM before us, Metalex, and others, but it does stand in sharp contrast to models of foreign investment that arrive in opaque contracts, that displace local workers, that cut corners on environmental protections or skirt the rule of law and leave host communities not better and sometimes worse than they found them. The contrast speaks for itself, and Zambians know it well. America brings integrity. Because I'm a public servant, I often speak of the US government. But the relationship between countries, the US-Zambia relationship, is so much more than what our governments do. The diplomats, the agreements, the programs, the meetings, those matter. But they're not the heart of it. The heart of the relationship between countries, the heart of the relationship between the United States and Zambia are the ties between our people. It's American entrepreneurs studying Zambia's copperbelt geology from thousands of miles away and deciding to bet everything on it. It's that young Zambian girl in Lusaka who goes to Virginia to study, only to come back to become the CEO of an American company back home. It's Zambian engineers who will be trained, Zambian contractors who will be hired, Zambian communities who will thrive. It's business-to-business connections. It's people-to-people ties. That is what matters in the US-Zambia relationships. That is the relationship that endures, connections that create, the bonds that cannot be broken. I have said many times, and I believe it deeply, that it's not going to be governments and it's certainly not going to be donors who drive a country's economic development. It's going to be the private sector. It will be investment that creates jobs, that pays taxes, that funds social services, that develops skills and drives growth from the ground up. Companies like Cobalt are not just investors. They're partners in Zambia's future, partners that create opportunity, who multiply capacity and who leave behind a legacy far greater than the ore they mine or the taxes that they pay. The roles of government should be to create the conditions to attract, to facilitate investment and growth, and then to get out of the way. To facilitate and monitor, absolutely, but not to control or impede. Zambia has incredible, extraordinary assets, from her mineral wealth to the young and dynamic population, that tradition of political stability. But assets alone do not attract and certainly don't sustain investment. It's the enabling environment that matters enormously. Except in those truly extraordinary cases, capital, like water, far too often will follow the path of least resistance. So licensing timelines, regulatory consistency and predictability, the ease of moving capital, these aren't abstract bureaucratic concerns. Policy stability and robust actions to improve the business enabling environment to truly facilitate the ease of doing business in Zambia will be absolutely critical. Whether for companies or for governments, reality must match the rhetoric to maintain our credibility. I raise this not as a criticism at all, but it is an encouragement and frankly as an opportunity, because if Zambia can build on what Cobalt and Mingomba represent, ensuring that this is increasingly the rule, not the exception, an even greater pipeline of American investment, including by those here today and the many friends they have back home, is eager to flow here to Zambia. Cobalt Metals has made an extraordinary commitment to this country, $3 billion US. But as large as that number sounds, as large as it is, that number doesn't capture the full weight of what lies ahead. To bring Mingomba to life, to keep it running responsibly, to keep it running responsively, well into the future, Cobalt will need to navigate a complex and consequential set of relationships and decisions over the coming decade and beyond: financing arrangements and investment structures, mining licenses and mineral rights, work permits, environmental, social frameworks, access to infrastructure, and the health and safety systems that will protect every worker on the ground. None of that happens automatically. None of it is simple. And I say this with the deepest respect to the responsibilities that the government bears. Cobalt will need a steady and reliable government partner throughout, not a guarantor of outcomes, and certainly not a yes man, but a government and a joint venture partner in ZCCM that are responsive, that are consistent, that are fair, and who fully understand what is at stake in this partnership and who are co-equally committed to its success for the benefit of the Zambian people. Cobalt Metals is not simply a company building a mine. It's Zambia's partner for the decades to come, a catalyst of jobs, for skills, for tax revenue, for growth, a multiplier of expanding those people-to-people ties. When Cobalt succeeds at Mingomba, Zambia succeeds. And that is because this is an American investment and a massive bet, not just on the Zambian resource, but more importantly, on the Zambian people. Mr. President, can you believe we're actually here, that it's happening? All those meetings, all those conversations, the discussions, the negotiations, the tough conversations in both directions. We've both been anticipating this for a very long time. I think we should pause and take a long look around us to recognize, to appreciate every single person in the audience who worked so hard to bring us to this very moment. Their efforts are a testament. Their efforts are a testament to what the U.S. and Zambia can do today, together, and in the years to come. In closing, to the Cobalt team, Mfike, Kurt, Chill, Josh, to every American investor with us today, I thank you. Your intrepid spirit shows us what is possible. To the Zambian workers who are building this mine, to the Zambian executives who are leading this company, and to those who will one day work in it, this is yours. What lies beneath this ground has the power indeed to raise everything above it. Today, the work begins. Now, a groundbreaking is a momentous occasion, but it reminds us again that sometimes you have to break what is in order to unleash what can be. Through American technology and investment, through Zambian talent, and through the ingenuity that is possible when our countries collaborate, today, Cobalt Metals unleashes yet more of what Zambia can be. Congratulations.